to the point. Basically, we've been told that science is true and religion is wrong. Now, I got a bachelor's degree in science. I did not get a bachelor's degree in religion, but I can tell you one thing. I see science as basically a religion. And it's a religion by atheists who don't want to believe in God. And that's basically what it is. Science claims that they look at the evidence and they weigh the evidence, and that's how they determine whether something is true or not true. But when you give scientists evidence that goes against their theory, what they do is they just throw the evidence away. They don't change their theory. They just call you a bunch of names and say that you're stupid and that you're an idiot and that you don't know anything. And then they say, oh, and I'm a genius and I know because I'm a scientist and you don't know anything. And what you need to do is shut up. And they just say a bunch of nasty things. And then later on, when the overwhelming amount of evidence causes them to change their theory, they go, oh, I always knew that. That's obvious. And all you do is say things that are obvious. And why don't you tell me something new? I'm calling you Captain Obvious from now on. You know, they just call you a bunch of names. I mean, it's all about smearing the other person. Scientists will often say things like, you lost and I won. I mean, this is not about winning. This is not about me being right or me being wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of my theories are wrong, and I hope that some of my theories are right. But the idea that calling someone names and that you're winning, they see it kind of like a sport. And as long as you can cheat and not get caught, it's okay. If you cheat and you get caught, then you get thrown out of the game. But I mean, that's the mentality they have. And I know that I worked for a scientist, and he would often not measure what he would add. He would just write a number down. Oh, well, I just guess. Guess? How's somebody going to replicate this experiment? They're going to also guess? Maybe they'll be off. Maybe they'll be off just enough that they can't replicate it. And then they'll say that it's no good. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. Nobody replicates these things anyway. They just say, oh, I did it and I got the same results. And everything is fine. I mean, they have no respect for the truth. None. No respect at all. The only thing they say is, why don't you just shut up? Well, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Well, I'm very busy right now. I mean, it's always negative and making fun of people and calling people names. And then after they finish calling somebody a name, what they'll say is, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is? I don't think so. I think they just have no respect for the truth. And for that reason, they really don't care what the truth is. They just make stuff up. And then later on, if they're caught, they'll say, oh, well, I don't know. I'm very busy right now. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I mean, they always say the same things over and over again. You're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a moron. And then later on, when you are proven right, oh, I always knew that was going to happen. You didn't tell me anything new. I mean, let me give you an example. This is a really short example. I remember being a kid and reading somewhere that if you boil water, it freezes faster than water that's not boiled. So I thought, oh, okay. I don't think that's true, because let's say I boil water, the water's going to be real hot, then it has to get cold, and then after it gets cold, you know that's going to take a certain amount of time. So the water that was boiled and is really hot is going to freeze, but it'll take longer. You see, that's what I thought. I thought it would take longer, but I was wrong. In fact, the water that was boiled froze first. And I admitted I was wrong. What did the scientists do? Shut up, you moron. You're an idiot. And then later on, oh, it really does boil faster. Then they came up with a hastily thought up excuse. Well, that's because when you boil it, you release all the oxygens in the water. That's the reason. They have all kinds of excuses. The fact of the matter is, it's easier to make fun of someone and call them a name than actually doing the experiment, getting the data, and then having to change your theory. That's how it is.